Siemanko, Liskę z tej strony Mes, witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayami oraz trailerami i zaczynamy od Amnesia The Bunker. Także zobaczmy, co tutaj deweloperzy nam przygotowali, bo to jest gameplay overview. Zaczynajmy.
Hi there, I'm Frederick, creative lead on Amnesia The Bunker. I want to take you through a few of the key aspects of the game in a small video series that we're doing here, leading up to the release on the 6th of June. This game will not hold your hand, that's for sure. It's a challenging game. It focuses on experimentation.
Yeah. Oui.
Requires the player to do all of the hard work, figuring out what to do next and how to best do it based off of what you've got in your inventory and what you've found throughout the game. It also comes down to you experimenting with the resources, crafting them. If you believe something is possible to do, if you believe fuel to be something that can burn, then try it out, pour it on the floor, set fire to it. Those kind of immersive sim aspects of the game is there, and we really hope that people will kind of go away from the hoarding aspect of maybe how they used to play games previously, trying to gather and protect as much as possible out of their resources. Here it's more of a finding a balance, not wasting, of course, all of your resources, but experimenting, trying out and seeing where it takes you. We hope that this really keeps the player immersed and engaged with the game throughout the full playthrough. We're super hyped about seeing how people will take on the different challenges in this game. Now,
the different challenges.
Difficulty. The Bunker is a challenging game. It's not going to hold your hand. So this means that certain players with certain skills, with certain play styles will find it more difficult than others. They might take their time, sneak through environments, more likely to burn more fuel from the generator, etc. So we realized that early on we want to make this game approachable by most player types and not alienate anyone. Therefore, we've gone with 3 different difficulty modes on release. It's the easy mode. Easy mode is generator will burn longer, fuel will last longer, you will find more resources, the monster is not as aggressive as in other modes, even to the point where we actually have different additional save lamps out in the subsections of this of the bunker, meaning that those that are having a hard time playing it in normal or hard mode can play it on easy mode and therefore have an easier time. Normal mode is a more balanced mode, but it's important to understand that you'll likely die more than once through a normal play mode. It's what we recommend though as a starting level. It has kind of the balanced setup in somewhere in between hard and easy mode. Then of course hard mode, something that we in the team also have fallen in love with. We know the game, we understand the game now, and playing it like on hard mode, realizing that resources are limited, we really need to be experimental and creative with how we use them. It's such a fun experience, but might be tough to start with the hard mode, and start with a normal mode is probably the way to go, and the recommendation we will probably make for everyone. After this, after the release, we even plan to have.
Już chcesz mnie nawadniać, panie? Co tak szybko? Już się nawodniłem wcześniej.
A planned post-launch patch with actually 2 different modes, like a
dziękować.
harder shell-shocked mode and a custom mode where you can actually.
A tak na dzień dobry. To wiesz, to ja ci powiem tak.
let's talk replayability. In Amnesia the Bunker, it's something we put a lot of effort into, trying to make the game fun to play more than one time. And we're super happy with where we're taking it with this game. It all starts with the monster, the dynamic monster. There's basically no
Dynamiczne potwory, sztuczna inteligencja.
to the rest of the game either, but especially with the monster, and that kind of lays the groundwork for how unique and different situations emerge throughout the playthrough. For example, the monster does not react to our scripts, but rather reacts to the player's actions. So if you
Co to za gra? The Bunker, Amnesia.
throw a grenade to
Czyli Amnesia The Bunker.
or you trigger a trap, all of these things could
Horrorek.
lead to the monster emerging in a specific place or in a different place at a different time. So it's all very, very dynamic. And adding to
Co dobrałeś?
the
Znaczy, no,
implementation of the randomization,
wykupiłeś, podpisz mi się.
For example, with
Tylko nie dałeś linka do Steama.
randomized resources. So if you go into a room during one playthrough, you might
Więc jest
find one
nieważne.
of these valuable pocket bags that give you an extra inventory slot, or next time you might not find
Czytaj pani opisy, co tam masz.
something less useful to you. The traps are random, like the location and the type of trap. The explosive barrels are randomly placed, so the gas barrels and all of this, and it just creates certain triggers that could create situations where you need to fight a threat in a specific area or in a very unique situation every time. The codes to the lockers, they are random, all of them. The numbers are random, so you can't really ask someone else for a code.
No to nie klikaj wszystkiego, co ci wyskoczy, tylko czytaj, panie.
That's also very much random, so everything is distributed randomly in the beginning of the playthrough, so one playthrough you might find the
No, tylko samo kupienie ci nic nie wystarczy, musisz podać mi linkę do swojego Steama. Po to było to okienko do wpisania treści. Dałem ci refunda tych punktów. Spokojnie.
So all of this changes the way the game evolves for you every playthrough.
Dlatego mówię, czytaj, co ci wyskakuje na ekranie, panie. A nie, bo mi wyskoczyło, to kliknąłem. Jakby ci wyskoczyło, zapłać mi 1 000 000 złotych, to też byś kliknął? No chyba nie, nie?
Unique prerequisites for the player and the tools that you have, so hopefully this will make the game fun to play over and
To
over.
bardzo źle robisz, wiesz? Julis.
Thank you.
No, zadłużyłbyś się, no. Kredycik byś dostał od razu i byś musiał spłacać. The Tartarus Key. No. Jezu, co to za potato horror? Oj, da się, uwierz mi. O, by się zdziwił. Ale by się zdziwił, panie. Ile rzeczy można stracić, nawet nie mając tego. Cyk, cyrografik, że kredycik ktoś za ciebie bierze i do widzenia, jesteś uziemiony. Zatwierdziłeś? Zatwierdziłeś. Jezus, jak można takie kurde horrorki jeszcze, takie pikselowate robić? Kanciaste. No, może są zwolennicy takich gierek jeszcze. Co lubią takie mega retro. Tartarus Key. Wygląda jak gra na telefon? Po grafice? Nie, to jest na PC na 100%. Mobilki zupełnie inaczej wyglądają. Idzie poznać. Raven's Watch. Gierka, która jest w Early Accessie, którą mamy, którą pograliśmy, ale za mało kontentu jeszcze jest. Niestety. Trzeba poczekać jeszcze tak do przyszłego roku pewnie. Zanim to wszystko się rozwinie. Ale takie hadesowe właśnie. Albo... czekaj, jak to było? Albo ta druga, teraz nie pamiętam, coś tam Gods... Curse of the Gods? Yeah, Curses of the Gods. Wiesz, jest tutaj postać grająca na flecie ze szczurkami, więc wiesz. Aladdin jest. Z dywanikiem swoim. Kto wie, może będzie kot w butach. Jest jeszcze czerwony kapturek też jest. Mała syrenka tam była właśnie chyba? Doomblade. Czyli pokroju Hollow Knighta. Wield the blade of power. Wow. Jedynie co cię co już cię zdziwi na tym świecie, to kategoria World of Tanks. No. RL34. Co to jest RL34? Bo jakoś nie kumam tego akurat. Tego akurat nie kumam, nie wiem o co chodzi. Nie kojarzę RL34. Absolutnie nie. Nie słyszałem nigdy. Ja właśnie sobie wygooglowałem, także wszystko już wiem. Co my tu teraz mamy? Sword Art Online Last Recollection. Nie miało tak być. Nie, ale serio, nie słyszałem o tym, więc... Nie śledzę tego typu rzeczy. Młodzi ludzie pewnie już tak, a już jestem stary. Na pewno jesteś młodszy ode mnie. A też nie śledzisz? No, ale wiesz, panie. Już pewnie gdzieś od kogoś innego usłyszałeś i tak dalej, więc... Jak ja teraz od ciebie usłyszałem, więc... Tak zakładam pewnie. Kirito z łukiem? Meh. Dual wielding i jedziemy z koksem. Kurde, ta pogoda biedna jest. Mamy jesień już w końcu. Kurde, człowiek ziewa jak najęty. Jakie gry polecam na słabe laptopy? Kurde, nie wiem co to znaczy słaby laptop. Więc wiesz. Raz słabe to pojęcia względne. Taki, że Minecraft ledwo idzie? Panie, to za dużo nie polecę. Heroesi 3 co najwyżej mogę polecić. Heroes 3. O, female kill to można zrobić? Ciekawe, ciekawe. Ale ciekawe, czy idzie tutaj swoją postać faktycznie tworzyć, czy gramy Kiri, to ciekawe jestem.
母さんの言うことが本当なら、私の命も誰かの中で生き続ける。
No co ja ci panie powiem, no trzeba zainwestować w coś nowego teraz, nie? Slavic Punk Old Timer.
Welcome to Slavic Punk, a cyberpunk world as viewed by the Slavs. To make your way through the streets of the city that used to have a name, you'll need to perfect the art of negotiation. Maintain recommended social distancing though. Our assortment of guns will make solving any argument with other citizens swift and
No.
Master the art of active reload to gain a temporary power
Mało czasu.
and use your weapon to its true potential.
Mało grasz.
The police may or may not take some interest in your deeds.
O, to z jakichś takich starszych teraz ci za dużo nie polecę.
Or solve the problem
Takie, które by poszły na jakimś totalnym ziemniaku, nie?
Use the environment to your advantage during a fight, or bend space and time by surprising the enemies with dashing and synth adrenaline. If guns don't make the cut, try battle hacking. Stay in the rhythm and keep the battery power just right to take out unsuspecting enemies from afar.
No, może jakieś ewentualnie X-komy.
Meet your
Jedynka,
friends and
dwójka.
neighbors and see the world through the eyes of the happiest Slavic man you've ever seen.
Może to by ci poszło,
And then
żeby było badać.
shoot it all to pieces.
Master of Orion 2 na przykład jeszcze ewentualnie.
The weirdest trip of my life.
Pathfinder, Abomination Vaults. Okej. Okay. No, Pathfinder też nas czeka jeszcze do grania.
Cut my family's throats and trod upon our ambitions. But the vengeance of a daughter is no thing to be trifled with. And I am returned to claim what is mine by right. But now, you and your pack of meddling rats have arrived to
Meddling
grab
kids.
with my family's
Scooby-Doo.
treasures. But history will not repeat itself again. My horde of monsters
Masz dylemat, czy się uczysz hiszpańskiego czy włoskiego? Nie pomogę ci tutaj.
and fiends stand between us, and my pet abominations hunger for the flesh of the brave and the foolish.
Ja jeśli miałbym możliwość, to bym wybrał japoński.
I beseech you, unleash your power, descend into a darkness which has
No,
never seen
japoński, no.
light. Steal the lost treasures of
Po co?
Light Keep and
Because of
bring the
reasons.
horrors I have prepared for your kind. But when the dust is settled,
No, mi się podoba japoński.
your bones will decorate my floor.
Generalnie.
So come forth, brave heroes. Breach Gauntlet Keep and enter the Abomination Vault.
The Abomination.
Hi, my name is Frédéric Martin. I'm the CEO and one of the founders of Become Studios, a studio we started 26 years ago here in Quebec City,
Ale
Canada.
potato,
And that
kurde.
same team is behind some
Potato
award-winning
jest.
projects like Sunday Gold, currently on Steam, and a few years back, titles like Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. And today, we're super pumped and happy to be announcing this new project, the Kickstarter campaign for a Pathfinder story, the legendary narrative of the Abomination Vaults.
Hey everyone, I'm James Jacobs. Narrative
Czyli na
creative
Kickstarterze
director
jeszcze
of Paizo
robią,
and one of the
ciekawe.
original authors for the Abomination Vaults Adventure Path. We here at Paizo are super excited to be working in close partnership with Become Studios to bring the story of Abomination Vaults to the video game world. We'd like to thank everyone who will support this campaign, particularly our amazing and passionate Pathfinder players around the world. And we truly hope you'll answer the call and dare to enter the Abomination Vaults.
I'm Pierre, executive producer at Become Studios. We want to make a multiplayer game for you, the amazing Pathfinder community, and for us as passionate fans. A success in this Kickstarter campaign would help us create a bigger, deeper game that we believe every Pathfinder game deserves.
I'm Wyatt Gray. I'm a creative director here at BCOM and a huge fan of both first and second edition Pathfinder. Here at BCOM, we love crossing genres to create new experiences, and we've been wanting to create a cooperative hack and slash for a long time now. We were talking with Paizo about new ideas for games, and there was a lot of excitement around this idea of channeling Pathfinder through that hack and slash lens. And we have some ideas around how to revitalize this genre in a way that feels both modern and classic. Our vision for Abomination Vaults is a co-op forward hack and slash for up to 4 players. We really want to bring people into this world, pull them into the story, and hit players with some of those amazing Pathfinder moments along the way. We chose Abomination Vaults because it's really the perfect adventure for a hack and slash. It feels tailor-made for the kind of game we have in mind. It's this classic 10-story mega dungeon with every kind of
Mega
monster and boss
dungeon.
you can imagine. and
Mega pint.
Things just keep getting crazier and crazier the further down you go. Working with Paizo is really a natural fit for us. Our studio is full of RPG nerds. You know, we grew up
Czy jak
playing
włączyłeś
Baldur's
wirtualizację,
Gate, Gauntlet,
to
and
wpływa na
tabletop RPGs, and we share that
FPS-y?
same Paizo ideal
Ciężko
of
powiedzieć,
putting the
musiałbyś
player
zobaczyć.
first and trying to give them the absolute best
Włącz, zobacz
experience
ile
possible.
masz FPS-ów, wyłącz i zobacz ile masz FPS-ów.
Pathfinder Abomination
Najlepsza
Vaults.
możliwość na sprawdzenie
It's
tego.
not just going to be a love letter to Pathfinder fans, it's also a great way to enter the world of Pathfinder for the very first time. I hope you'll back our Kickstarter so we can bring this dream to life.
In my personal name and in the name of everyone here at Become Studios, thank you for your support. Your
Dla
pledge
ciebie japońskie to losowe głoski z jakiegoś charakterystycznego elementu? Nie powiedziałbym, ale to pewnie zależy od osoby, która się uczy albo słucha. Yeah, you fight forever. You. Za każdym razem, jak cokolwiek zrobisz, jest coraz mniej. O, no to masz odpowiedź na swoje pytanie, nie? O, wow. Co to była za zwiecha?
And another Matt Hardy.
Broken Matt, I knew you'd come.
You obsolete mule! That's my line!
Did you know the only way to play as me for free on day 1 is to pre-order AEW Fight Forever? But you must ask yourself, which me shall it be?
Pre-order AEW Fight Forever today.
You.
The only way to play is Matt Hardy, or Matt Hardy. Order now.
Delete, 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 delete.
This bed we made presents this bed with Coolest Sun.
La fontaine, les filles s'en vont et s'y promènent au bras des garçons. Tu les entraînes au cœur des buissons où elles étrennent l'amour en saison. Tu les enchaînes
Oui, oui.
dans un tourbillon.
This bed we made. Pięknie. MetaQuest 3. Wow. Cukier prezentuje. With the power. Go, go, go. Dobra, The Expanse, a Telltale Series. No, trzymaj się, Kulis, dzięki, że wpadłeś chociaż na momencik. Trzymaj się. Jakby co, to wpadaj, nie? Jeszcze.
We got a job, Baratnas.
Cox promised us a real payday. He said, give me 3 months, and you never have to work again.
I've heard that before.
Whatever this is, it could still be everything you need to help the belt.
Do we want to invite that kind of attention?
In and out. No games.
Time to see what all the fuss is about.
We've been locked.
Don't these Pashangwalas rest?
What do you think we should do?
There is no good option. Whatever you choose will be wrong, and it's your job to choose.
When you find what's at the other end of those coordinates, the whole system will be on your ass.
What are you waiting for?
Stations! On my word, loose a PDC volley, then turn and burn.
Just like series. Only this time no dolls to keep you on the leash, yeah?
I hope that my actions on this ship can offer some amends for my past.
Whatever this treasure is, the one thing we know is that it will change everything.
So are you gonna spend the rest of your oxygen feeling sorry for yourself?
Później było.
Or are you going to get to work?
Musimy sobie w to też pograć za jakiś czas. The Expanse. Pięknie. To jest tylko ten na Epiku? Homebody. The Expanse jeszcze jest ten na Epiku. Poczekam, aż wyjdzie na Steama. O Jezus Maria, co to za monstrum było? O kurde, to był szczur jakiś? Wielki hot dog. Ci zabije. To faktycznie jakieś szczury albo coś, nie wiem. Ciekawe. Cromlich.
I will tell you a story. A story about a hero born in the darkest of times.
Me.
With great deeds, the legend grew. And not even death could sow a seed of fear.
Not even death can stop me.
Even as the world descended into
Widać Diablo tutaj wzięli.
a mere mention of his name brought hope. he was chosen by the gods.
Barb!
To slay the greatest foe of all. Born not of this world. Where do we begin?
Knowledge.
Okay.
Peggy.
Killer frequency. Frequency.
Forrest, it's the whistling man.
Jest The Whistler. A, to widziałem chyba. Gdzieś. Chyba u Liryka?
He was a serial killer back in the 50s. Went around in a freaky mask. Killed about a dozen folks in Gallows Creek. No reason for it. No motive. Hit the button. We have a caller.
Hello, caller. You're live on the Scream with me, Forrest Nash. Talk to me, Murphy. What's wrong?
Oh, the killer got me, man.
We've got a plan, but we can't agree on who should do what.
You want me to be the tiebreaker?
Exactly. We'll need someone on the roof. It's gonna be a hard climb.
Heather's got this. Focus. You got this.
Thank you, Forrest.
Go right.
I'm out. Thank you, Forrest. You're almost out of time. Just do something. Where do I go? Oh, no, Dad. Wait, no. Ah!
The Elder Scrolls Online Necrom.
Master Mora, your enemies grow ever bolder. And these allies you have chosen, pardon my bluntness, but mortals, really? Then again, they seem to be full of surprises.
Ooh. Shadow over Morrowind. Etrian Odyssey Origins Collection? A Modern Remastering. O Jezus Maria. Co to jest? Przynajmniej muzyczka fajna. Pięknie. Ghost Signal, a Stellaris Game. To jakiś update jest? A, to jest VR-ka. Wszystko tutaj jest oczywiste teraz. Silent Slayer, Vault of the Vampire. No, czyli teraz VR-kowe giereczki mamy.
At last, aim for the center of the chest, and do not be gentle.
Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord. Lol.
You think you know the whole story of the Ghostbusters. Well, you don't know my story. 1984. My research brought me to Columbia University, where I studied under the Ghostbusters. They dismissed my work, called it dangerous. But in San Francisco, I can show them. With its untapped cauldron of the undead. Where others saw fear, I saw subjects. How could I know my research would stir a dormant evil? The Ghost Lord. Alcatraz. Tortured souls, whose guilt I could drain and drain again. Their pain, the price of progress. My dear assistant Katie understands. Soon everyone will understand. Especially you, Ghostbusters, with your silly parlor tricks. You will see the progress I have made. Know the power I have harnessed.
And the power I have unleashed.
Hookfather am the genius who gave the world endless clean energy. The Ghost Lord is coming. What have I brought upon the world? The time of the Ghost Lord is here.
I am the Ghost Lord.
Vampire the Masquerade Justice. Właśnie, kiedy ten Vampire the Masquerade wychodzi? Chujeczka.
Venice, Italy. Felt like I was back on square one.
2-4. Jeszcze bez konkretów. Damn.
Hiding in the night. I didn't want to get dragged into this. But the guilty must be punished. You do well to remember that. Because if you don't, I'll make things very uncomfortable for you.
Dungeons of Eternity. Uff. No dostał w cymbał. O kurde, co oni mają, kurde? Pick-up radius? Ma jakiegoś magneta? Na coiny? Fireball, fireball. W sumie to bardziej Ice Bolt albo Magic Bolt. Okay. Nice, nice. Seventh guest VR. Based on the classic bestseller. With millions of fans globally. Przygodówka z zagadkami.
There are many like me here, trapped in this house.
I horrorek jeszcze. The mansion comes to life again.
Each night, the guests arrive.
Stout, what do you want? Show yourself!
Siódmy gość. Okay. Okay. Stranger Things.
I saw a means to realize my potential, to transcend my human form, to become
a god.
The predator I was always born to be.
O, to tym gra... O, to może... Szkoda, że to normalnie na PC to nie wychodzi w jakiejś lepszej grafice. Spoko by było. Grać jako antagonista w świecie Stranger Things. By było spoko.
It's time.
Jako Mind Flayer. Attack on Titan. Unbreakable. Trochę mi to przypomina to taką pierwszą gierkę, która była na PC-cie. Za to on tak ten... Została przerobiona na VR-kę, jak W. Że tutaj widzimy z pierwszej osoby, to tam widzieliśmy od pleców. Ciekawe. Bulletstorm. Ale powiem wam, że jak na VR-ki, to te niektóre giereczki naprawdę spoko wyglądają, nie? Wiadomo, że też nie jest taka grafika jak bez VR-ki, ale... not bad. Moim zdaniem to tutaj powinni zaimplementować technologię FSR albo DLSS-y. To by było spoko, nie? I żeby tą technologią upiększyć tą grafikę jeszcze bardziej, nie? To by było rewelacyjne moim zdaniem. Asgard's Wrath 2. Kurde, 9 minut.
Asgard's Wrath 2 picks up where the first game left off, in a mysterious tavern you can't escape from. You're suddenly thrust into battle with a giant creature, clearly from another realm. Just when you think all is lost, you encounter the Weavers of Fate, a trio of beings that set you off upon your adventure to find and stop Loki. So just how much bigger is this game? Not only will you travel through new Asgardian locations, like Muspelheim, the Land of Fire, the Weavers of Fate will also bring you to new realms, like the vast desert expanse of ancient Egypt. These massive worlds, beyond the scope of any other game on the MetaQuest platform, come alive in Asgard's Wrath 2. Dotted with temples, caves and dungeons, characters to meet,
Travel well.
monsters to battle, quests and side quests, wildlife, crafting resources, mini-games and more. This is a living world you can roam and explore freely. The most expansive of these worlds is the Great Sand Sea, full of hidden treasures and unique events. You could spend hours upon hours exploring this map and still not discover all its secrets. You might decide to prove your combat prowess by hunting rare, high-level monsters that roam the sands, or gather plants.
Najlepsze jest to, że kurde, to jest jeszcze na VR-kę, nie?
Consumable goods, such as bait to attract wildlife, or a ward that provides a temporary AoE benefit wherever you throw it. But it's not all about survival. Kick back and fish.
Catch a damn fish!
Or beat your high score at the slingshot shooting gallery. There's no shortage of stuff to do and see outside the primary quest line. These worlds are so big, you're going to want some more speed as you move through them. Luckily, you'll have the power of a god at your fingertips. As with Asgard's Wrath, you'll be able to transform a few brave animals into unique warrior followers to help you solve puzzles and eviscerate enemies.
Towarzyszka Pantera.
They'll serve as powerful mounts that can carry you swiftly across the massive realms of Asgard's Wrath 2.
Okay. Czyli trochę przypomina do takiego tego, Skyrima też.
Also see the world from the god-scale perspective, and use your cosmic powers to manipulate the mortal world around you. Reach inaccessible areas, solve puzzles, and more. can't save the world alone. Egypt is full of would-be heroes who need your godly assistance to enter the realm of legend. Each hero in Asgard's Wrath 2 is completely unique. Different weapons, different skills and abilities, and different strengths. By possessing these mortals, you can help them fulfill their destinies and get closer to yours as well. The first of these heroes is Abraxas, a cynical tomb robber with a grudge against the gods. You and Abraxas make an unlikely pair, but you'll have to work together to take down fearsome enemies like the bloodthirsty goddess Sekhmet. Abraxas seeks vengeance against Sekhmet for the murder of his father. With his boomerang axe, whip sword, and bladed shield at your command, he'll stop at nothing to defeat her. Combat was one of the aspects players loved most about Asgard's Wrath, us included. It was vicious and brutal. Whether swinging a sword, throwing an axe, or even using your fists, the combat made you feel powerful and skilled. In the first game, the combat favored a defense-first approach, meaning you had to block and parry a series of enemy attacks before you had a chance to remove their runic shields. This loop had to be completed 3 or 4 times before you could start damaging an enemy. In Asgard's Wrath 2, our updated combat system is centered around player choice. Nothing is holding you back. You can chip away at enemy shields through a
No, to giereczka naprawdę spoko wygląda.
trigger opportunity
Na tą VR-kę.
that let you cut through your enemy's defenses with ease. We've also expanded the systems to include elemental types for a greater degree of player customization and wider variety amongst enemy archetypes. This time, we have a full physics system implemented for weapons. With swords, axes, bows, staffs, and more at your disposal, you can find a combat style that's right for you. But you'll need to change up your approach, as enemies will now react to your every movement and switch up their own attacks. You'll also unlock new skills and abilities as you level up, letting you invest further in the weapons you use most. Unlock powerful abilities and super attacks to truly change the game. Nothing feels better than seeing your weapon soar into the air and rain down on a horde of enemies. You'll also discover relics you can slot into your weapons and armor that will provide you with powerful buffs, like adding fire damage to your weapon or heal over time, allowing you to customize your weapon set against each enemy you face. But you won't be the only one leveling up. Your animal followers have their own skill trees and will grow in power the more you spend time with them. Even with an upgraded companion and all these powers at your disposal, don't think the enemy AI will go easy on you. As you level up, so will they, gaining new abilities, smarter tactics, sneaky counters, stronger armor, powerful super attacks, and relics to use against you.
Siema, siema, Magnum.
Heal each other, boost each other's damage, or call for reinforcements. You'll have to use all the strength, endurance, speed, and quick thinking you can muster to forge a path through the ravenous enemies that lay between you and your destiny.
Nieźle. Nieźle ta gierka na VR-kę wygląda naprawdę.
And the opportunity to earn bragging rights amongst your friends. You can step into the uncharted rifts. An infinitely replayable dungeon called...
Co mam dzisiaj w planach? No, powoli kończymy przeglądzik trailerów, a później baldurek. Będziemy cisnąć.
So you can visit at any point during or even after the campaign and put your skills against some of the toughest time-limited challenges the rifts have to offer. Face increasingly ferocious enemies as you delve deeper into these endless labyrinths, encountering the ghosts of players who fell victim to the rifts before you. Whether friend or foe, these specters will be part of your dungeon, helping or hindering your progress. Survive long enough, and you'll earn a spot on the leaderboards and those precious bragging rights. The Uncharted rifts are deep and full of mystery. They're almost like a whole game on their own, and we've barely scratched the surface of all the unique dangers you'll encounter. I hope that this first look at Asgard's Wrath 2 has you excited. We've got so much more to show you. More heroes, more companions, more gods, Loki anomaly. I can't wait to show you more.
Rozpłatane na wpół, nieźle. Nieźle, nieźle. Arizona Sunshine 2.
Oh, what's going on, Fred? Hold up. Allow me to show you how it's done. Nice, but... Oh, yeah, that's gonna do. Watch and learn. What the... Get a room. You know that only counts as one.
Nieźle, nieźle, ale ludziska, na ten odcinek to tyle. Dzięki wielkie jak zwykle za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnym. Trzymajcie.